Well, I truly believe that, people really couldn't understand unless they went through one themselves. It's very hard to comprehend.
Because you're reacting like that.
Right.
What goes through your head?
Well, you're just thinking about, from my experience, it was just like surviving.
So first you're thinking the people that are around, you got to stop
Right.
this guy from getting them.
Right.
Second, then it becomes, I want to go home to my family.
Right. First, you have your job to do, and that's what it all started out doing, my job. And then it evolved, and it just became more life-threatening. And at one point, I remember thinking about my kids and thinking about that I was going home to them. I couldn't die. This couldn't end this way. Well, the first thing that I was thinking about is, first of all, I have to protect, the students and the staff at Churchill. Then ultimately, when it gets, more in depth, I'm, concerned about my safety, and I know that I have to do whatever it takes to survive. I do think about it a lot, and there's things that I'll never forget, and one of those is looking at, the suspect after I just shot him, and that's something that I'll never forget.
What happened when you got home? What with your family? What went on with them?
Well, I remember when I first walked through the doors, my 4 kids just come running up and give me the biggest hugs ever. My youngest daughter was 6 at the time, and I was on admin leave, and she started having reoccurring nightmares at night. Every single night, she would wake up and she would have this reoccurring nightmare that she was drowning. Yeah, she was terrified of me going back to work. Nothing in this life that I love more than my children. So I just think about them and thinking not being there for them. Just really, it makes me sad that it was really close.
You look around the country at officer-involved shootings. I know you can't comment on each and every one of those, but what do you think people don't get? The general public doesn't quite understand?
I think that they don't understand how quickly that incidents they go from just being a routine traffic stop to, a deadly encounter, to a fight for your life, and how quickly that happens, and how quickly an officer has to make a split decision of what they're going to do. And if they make the wrong choice, they could, die, or they make the wrong choice, they could be criticized and, go to prison or lose their job.
So do you think that police officers involved in shootings can be misunderstood pretty easily by the general public, or the situation can be?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And I think a lot of the people, they just get a short little snippet from the news, and they don't know the whole set of circumstances that happened way before the incident even became deadly. There's so much information that people need to understand, that it doesn't all just ultimately go from traffic stop to a shooting. It doesn't generally go that way. It's, there's a lot of stuff that happens before, during, then right up until the moment of the encounter. Before you rush to judgment, know the facts. And I know a lot of the times people will rush to judgment, and then once the facts are out there, they're like, oh, okay. But then all those words of the negative comments are already out there. You can't really take those back.